Welcome back to ARC Salt Lake here at 7:30. We cover authentic, relevant, and community stories.
Now it's time to meet the mayor of a very small Utah town. Brighton is a town that has fewer than 500 people up Big Cottonwood Canyon.
And Mayor Danial Knopp is here. And what is it like to be, well, you're actually the first mayor of Brighton.
Yeah, we became a town 5.5 years ago. Then COVID hit. That got
that's
exciting,
right.
so we had to get through that. It's been really good. I'm really happy with the place that we're in. You know, I felt like my charge was to get us started and get us well founded, well set up, and we're there. So
being a town, how has it helped?
We have people actually answer the phone when we call. We actually know what's going on now. We have representation on all the boards of fire, police, municipal services district. We have seats on all those boards, so we actually have a voice now where we really didn't before.
So what did you do before? I mean, how was it handled? All of a sudden you had to create this office.
We didn't know, you know, it's what you didn't know.
Yeah.
We were unincorporated Salt Lake County, and that's kind of going away. You know, Salt Lake County went from 400,000 residents, they're down to I think about 8,000 now. It'll pretty much, unincorporated will pretty well go away here pretty soon. All the little towns are becoming towns, and the county's role will change.
Okay, so as far as the makeup of your town, I mean, where do people live and that type of thing?
It's kind of funny. We have several different little communities in one big community, you know, one
town.
Big as far as acreage community. You know, we've got Pine Tree, Silver Fork, Brighton Loop. They're all a little bit different. It's kind of funny, and they're all mixed in with second home people. So we have to represent everyone. So we represent the second home owners and the ski resorts, and try and balance everything. That's my job, is to kind of try and stay in the middle.
Oh, we've been seeing video of the two world-class ski resorts. Brighton and Solitude are both in your town.
Yep.
In your little town.
Which gives us really good tax base.
Yeah, I was going to say, you must have great revenue.
We have plenty of money to do what we want to do right now, which is kind of nice. So
what do you want to do with that money?
Well, when we became a town, it was trails, toilets, and transportation were the founding things. We're working with the Forest Service. We're trying to get a trail from Cardiff area, where the sledding hill is there, to Brighton off the road. That's a big one. We've committed quite a bit of money to that. We're working with UDOT to do a transportation. We did a transportation study. Then they've built on our transportation study. We will put in 2 transit hubs at each of the one at each of the ski areas. That will be bathrooms, locker, full for people.
Okay.
The one at Solitude will be right at entry 1. Then that will become a summertime hub for the trail to Willow Lake. We're gonna move the trail to Willow Lake. It'll add about 1,000 feet, but it'll make it a lot better trail. And we always really had a hard time trying to get bathrooms there. So this gives us restrooms there. And the one at Brighton will be right on the loop. And then we'll have 2 lanes going around the loop. So we'll have a bus lane. So the bus, when they're queuing up to go into the resorts in the morning, the bus will actually be passing the cars, which makes people second guess it.
The road up Big Cottonwood Canyon is so sketchy. I drove it dry just on Sunday, and I can't imagine driving it in the snow. I don't ski, but
it's a challenge.
It's scary.
That's the biggest problem. That's what we're trying to get rid of cars.
Okay.
That's what we're doing with the UDOT is the whole plan is to get rid of cars. The problem is we'll have 5,000 cars up there on a given weekend in the ski area. In the summer, we're actually busier. We'll have conference weekend for fall colors. We'll have 8,000 cars in the canyon.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. And you got people, you know, they just want to get by the river.
They want to be tourists.
And be
and
tourists.
The trails and hike, see the moose.
The problem is the capacity of the road is 1,200 cars an hour, no matter how you look at it.
Well,
and that goes down substantially when it snows. So we've got to get less cars. That's the key.
So Little Cottonwood Canyon, you talked about the gondola and that type of thing. What can you do in Big Cottonwood Canyon? You kind of mentioned that.
Well, I was a Little Cottonwood guy before I was a Big Cottonwood guy, so I know it very well. I know everybody over there. First of all, in Little Cottonwood, we really think a train is the best solution. A gondola and a snowbird doesn't make all that much sense. I've got friends, Ralph Becker, Mike Allegro, who was the director of UTA. They've started a new nonprofit called Wasatch Transit Solutions, and we're trying to push the train for Little, But then more of a global transportation system. So it won't be just from the bottom of Little Cottonwood. It's got to feed in from other hubs. So that's going to be really cool. What we'll do, the train guys tell me a train doesn't work in Big Cottonwood. Just the geology and the way the road is. Even the guys that build the train say, no, that would be a tough one. So we're going to have to go with buses. We'll have a transit hub at the bottom of the canyon, a big parking structure, and get people up the canyon in buses. And it'll just be a lot more of them. You know, they had a bus in Big Cottonwood in the 20s, the Nielsen family. You know, we have a picture of it with the little name on the side. The Nielsen family's still up there. I'm dealing with the fourth generation excavators right now. That they built half the stuff up there. So it's really cool to have that.
So we don't have a lot of time left. What are some of the big things you want to get across?
Well, fire is the big one for us. So this is probably the number one thing. I'm on the board of Unified Fire, so I work really closely with all of them. They came to us when we became a town, and they asked for funding for fuels reduction.
Right.
I looked at my council and said, let's double what they asked for. And then we doubled it again. Wow. We also fund the Cottonwood Canyons Foundation. They're standing up a fuels crew. We're certified as a FireWise town, meaning we have really good perimeter protection.
Well, when you talk about fuels reduction, that means cutting down trees and
that means
around
clearing
houses.
deadfall.
Deadfall. Okay.
Live trees, you know, aspen trees don't burn. They're nature's little fire hydrants. But the big firs, they burn. The Forest Service is starting we're finally on their list. We start next year with a 7-year project with them. They're going to spend $1 million a year on fuels reduction. And so that's one of our big things is protecting the community from a major fire.
Can be a challenge.
And you know our building code now specifies that the houses have to be pretty much fireproof. We've you know, our code we've made it so that you can't build a house bigger than 5,000 square feet. So we really protect our little community. Yeah. That's one of the benefits of being a town. We can say, here's how we're going to do it.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing, safety, obviously.
It sure is.
Yeah. Okay, so you're the first mayor of Brighton, and by the time your term's over, it'll be 6 years, and you're not going to run for re-election.
No, I'm not. No, I did my first year was 2 years to line up with all the other mayor races, and then 4 years, and I've got a young guy that I'm supporting that gets it. He lives up there, has a family.
Well, you've done the groundwork.
Will the town of Brighton ever become a city?
I don't think so. No, we're too small.
Too small.
But,
does it have to have a certain population to be?
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
I'm not a politician, obviously. The other big thing that we're doing is we're working with Rocky Mountain Power. We're burying all of our power lines for fire. So we've been the last 4 years.
And that's another safety thing too, obviously.
And Rocky Mountain they've committed $28 million to the canyon on a population of 450,000.
A lot of visitors.
450. We've buried all the power all the way up the canyon. That was very disruptive. It's all done now. Now we're back in the communities, and that's even more disruptive. Yeah. But we'll get through it this summer, and then all of our power, we're putting in communication conduit at the same time, so everything will be underground now. So that's a big one.
That's cool. You've done a lot.
Improving Brighton.
Yeah, I'm glad we had a chance to talk.
We learned a lot.
We're done.
Yeah.